guys, on the way back to Bucharest from Suceava. So where are we now, mate? Just outside Roman. The town of Roman, heading back about, what do we say, 330 k's? About 330k, there we go, 324 back to Bucharest. The reason I wanted to film along here just a little bit, just to give you an idea. So we got 300 kilometers now from here to Bucharest. You'll see in front now this weird road system here. So it's 1.5 lanes, it's not 2 lanes. This, what we're in now, is not actually a lane, this is a service lane. But everybody drives half in and half out of the service lane, and sort of uses it to give way to other traffic. So this van here is sort of in it, but he's not quite in it. These cars up here are in the service lane. So yeah, the advantages, yeah, we can use it as a lane to overtake, but the disadvantage is a lot of deaths along this road because it simply attracts bad driving. That's my opinion. Yeah, so take it or leave it, but my opinion is the reason there are over 500 deaths on this section of road is because of this 1.5 lane system here. It just encourages people to do things they shouldn't be doing. So where we are now, sitting in this lane, this is the lane that we should be in. This is the lane. Whether someone beeps at you from behind or whatever, that doesn't matter. Don't give a shit. This is the lane you can drive in. This is the legal lane. That's it for me. But this is it. 1.5 lanes. So half in, half out. So, and because of that, people on the other side think that they've got room to overtake, so they start overtaking into the lane, which is technically your lane. So anyway, to me it's not the best system, and it should either be a lane or not a lane. So this silver car here, for example, he's not really overtaking, but he's just been sitting in it because he's entitled to do so. That's his lane of traffic, he can sit in the lane. We can come up behind and beep all we like or anything, but it's his right to sit here because this is the lane of traffic. So anyway, I just thought I'd show that to you guys because, like I said, there's 300 kilometers of this arrangement. And mate, I don't know where the really bad section is. It's everywhere, but where's that real stretch? It's from Bacău, no? Buzău. So once we get to Buzău, it's actually acknowledged that section from there back toward Bucharest, it's the most, they actually call it the road of death. It's got something like 565 crosses on the side of the road, on that stretch of road. So, yeah. But aside from that, guys, yeah, nice couple of days, a lot of driving, but good trip to have a look around the northern end of the country, which I haven't been around before, and yeah, certainly a beautiful part of the world up there. Okay guys, so here on the way back to Bucharest, so this is a memorial to the Romanian battle in World War I against the Germans, and this is in a place called Mărășești, and Romania fought against Germany here. They lost over 27,000 soldiers were killed here. The Germans lost over 40,000, and so this is an actual mausoleum. It's not just a memorial, so it's a mausoleum that there's over 5,000 Romanian soldiers and officers that are buried here at the mausoleum. It's actually a really interesting place inside. So it sort of overlooks the site of the battle. So if you look over here, that's where a lot of the fighting took place, over in the distance, over in that direction. So this was the high ground over here, so it was a really good position looking down over the valley to where the fighting took place. So like I said, 5,000 soldiers buried here, soldiers and officers combined. So yeah, like I said, being ex-military myself, I love my military history, and everybody, no matter which service you serve in or where you're from, you're sort of a brothers in arms with everybody. Anyone that pulls on a uniform and is willing to serve their country, deserves the respect. So I always respect sites like this. It's good to see. There's one of the majors down the front from Parachute Regiment. It was good to see him, have a chat to him. I asked him if these are the young guys coming in to just visit, learn a bit of history. He said yes, because that's what we used to do in Australia as well. We'd take the young guys to the war memorial, to the museums, so that they get to learn a bit of the history. Because it's really important. It's important that the young soldiers coming through, they actually learn what they're doing, they learn about the footsteps they're following in. Gives them a little bit of context about what they're doing. Also makes them feel a little bit proud when they pull on a uniform to be doing what they're doing for their country. So yeah. So I'll go up around the top in a sec, but there is another museum. There's a museum further down up this way. So up here is the actual museum. This is the mausoleum here. So this is where the soldiers are actually buried. And like I said, we pay a lot of respect. I show a lot of respect for this, because it's like I said, it's a place where people are actually buried. So I'll just put my mask on, go in and have a look. You live there? Ticket?
Yes, the tickets.
Okay.
Here you go.
Mulțumesc, thank you. So all the army guys here today, it's young soldiers.
What?
The armata, the young guys.
Yes, those are soldiers.
New soldiers though.
Yes,
yeah.
new soldiers.
They come to learn the history and.
Yes, the history of the Battle of Mărășești and of this mausoleum.
Yeah.
Practically, this was the most important battle
World
that
War
the
One.
Romanian army took part during the First World War.
Against Germany, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Against Germany and Austro-Hungary.
Yeah.
Here fought not only the German forces but also the Austro-Hungarian forces.
Yeah. And here it's what, the Cinci?
Yes, 5,073 Romanian military men from South.
Tudoroi?
Da, Tudoroiu.
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 Okay, I'm Dylan, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
It's my second time here, but I came this time to make a little video to, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, have a good day, and I'll see you on the way out. I'll just go film a little bit. Okay, ciao. So guys, this is the mausoleum. You can actually go upstairs as well. It's a really pretty upstairs. I won't go up today because I'm at back. And I try not to talk too loud because it should be a respectful place. But like I said, there are actually soldiers buried here. It's not just a shrine of remembrance. There are actually over 5,000 soldiers buried in this area. So every one of these small rooms essentially represents a tomb. So like it says, there's over 300. And they just have the general area like where they think they're from. because some of them obviously are never identified. Some are, some aren't. So some of the ones that were identified are on the wall. So this was a priest, looks like a regimental priest that lost his life as well, because obviously when you're serving, you know, you have priests and chaplains attached to the unit. So again, this is another area where soldiers are buried or interred. I mean, absolutely beautiful tribute. So you can just sit here and reflect. So yeah, it is a substantial. So this is actually the general's tomb. General Grigorescu. So that's the general. General Grigorescu. So that's him actually with the troops. 1917. Command post in the trenches. Punkt de commande tranchée. Yeah, guys, it is a special place. And again, here we have. So this is General Kolochev Fyodor. So wow, amazing structure. 1916, 1917. It was good to see those young soldiers here, you know.
It's also one lady.
A lady? Ah, really?
Yes.
So guys, apparently this artillery piece here and the ones out here were actually part of the Battle of Mărășești. You know, it's a wonder that they're out in the open, but you know, they did say these are actually part of the battle. The wheels have been replaced and refurbished, but the artillery piece itself apparently was part of the battle. So you can actually see bullet holes in it. So those that know bullet holes will know that that's a bullet hole, those are bullet holes, that's a bullet hole, that's a bullet hole. But so this was sort of where the Romanian position was, and that's part of why they built it here. So you can see the ridge in the background. So this was all open ground through here, and from what I've understood, the attack came sort of from over in this direction, and this was a little bit of high ground, so it is a little bit higher here. So to be able to look down, control, this would be a great spot to have, like, you know, to have observation, to have maybe up the back of here, have your artillery pieces so they're slightly out of out of sight, but they're full of shot, will be able to be observed pretty clearly into the open ground. So you can imagine if you were using this from here, you know, that's the view you would have over the battlefield. Yeah. So that's the inside of the mausoleum. There are more artillery pieces up here. And guys, I've had a pretty sore back for a couple of weeks, so walking around up and down the steps and that is a little bit sore on the back, so I won't shake it too much more. But yeah, look, it's well worth coming here to have a look. There's a full museum down here, like I said, up these steps and down. There's a really interesting museum in there. It's got a lot more, it's got maps, it's got diagrams of the battle, it's actually got the battle plans, bits of artillery, machine guns. So yeah, it's a good museum to come and have a look at. But